In this video, there won't be any kindness, only the actions of footballers, coaches, and even club owners that would make you sick. From spitting on another player to calling the team medical doctor promiscuous, these are the most degrading and disrespectful moments that dampen the excitement of football. Number 15. First, we go to Spain, where we see that former Real Madrid captain Sergio Ramos, whose football biography is filled with controversial moments all season long. From hidden strikes to disrespectful behavior towards opponents and referees to stimulations, you name it. Still, this act stands out from the rest. I'm talking about the 2017 UEFA Champions League final between Real and Juventus, where Ramos executed a grass-clearing tackle against Cuadrado, causing the ball to go out for a throw. Cuadrado then went for the ball and gave Sergio Ramos a slight push, who proceeded to make a big deal out of it. Rolling on the pitch in pain and without VAR, the referee didn't see what happened, resulting in Cuadrado receiving a second yellow card and being sent off the field. Yes, the act can be justified by advantage, but is this the kind of football we want to see? Number 14. The same can be said of the living legend of world football Lionel Messi, but instead of sending a player off, he sent the ball to the stands. In the 2011 El Clasico, the Argentine gave Madridistas a reason to hate him more than before. He was booed all throughout the match, and at one moment the usually calm and composed player lost control. In the 90th minute, realizing he couldn't keep the ball in play, Messi kicked the ball towards the stands with all his might. The Bernabeu erupted in deafening boos, and Real Madrid players confronted the Argentine. It definitely wasn't something you would want to do to the fans. Number 13. Speaking of disrespect, this football player did his thing outside the pitch. Although he was a one-man club, he wasn't a one-man woman. Ryan Giggs is one of those footballers who remained loyal to one club throughout his career. However, his image as a family man collapsed in 2011. First, in April 2011, it was revealed that Giggs cheated on his wife with Welsh model Imogen Thomas. But the real shock came a few months later when news broke that Ryan had an 8-year affair with his younger brother's wife. It seemed his love for assists was not only on the pitch. If you disapprove of Ryan's actions as we do, like and subscribe. Number 12. Another player who couldn't keep himself in check made the opposition player spend a month in the hospital. We all know that pushing an opponent beyond the football field usually leads to injuries, but in this case, it went too far. In one of the matches in the UAE, a player from Al Jazeera collided with an opponent and hit a floodlight pole, injuring his head. He spent a month in the hospital recovering. Luckily, he survived. Number 11. At least when play was stopped when the UAE player got injured, but in Serbia, this disrespectful team didn't stop play and went on to score. During the match between Metalac and Bachka, a player from Bachka got injured, but that didn't stop the opponents from sending the ball to the other half of the field and scoring a goal. The players got angry and attacked the goal scorer Grobovic. As a result of the scuffle, the referee sent off one Metalac player and two Bachka players. Interestingly, the referee eventually counted Grobovic's goal. Bad sportsmanship. Number 10. Same with Argentine striker Gonzalo Higuain, who unprovoked disrespected the fans of the other team. How salty can you be? Gonzalo Higuain, at the time playing for Juventus, showed the middle finger to the home team fans at Camp Nou during a Champions League group stage match against Barcelona. The incident occurred in the 87th minute when the forward was substituted. Leaving the field, the Argentine couldn't contain his emotions and showed the middle finger to the fans. Judging by this act, we can confidently say he doesn't like Barcelona. Number 9. In the same way, Atletico Madrid's coach Diego Simeone doesn't like Cristiano Ronaldo. In the first leg of the UEFA Champions League round of 16 against Juventus, the 48-year-old Argentine demonstrated an indecent gesture, grabbing himself by the groin, which was caught on camera when Ronaldo failed to block a shot that led to a goal for Atletico Madrid. And petty Ronaldo paid Simeone with his own coin when he scored a hat-trick and made the same gesture. Number 8. Another coach who couldn't help himself was Mourinho. In 2015, Chelsea's head coach Jose Mourinho insulted the club's doctor, Eva Carneiro, during a Premier League match against Swansea City. The medical staff rushed onto the field to assist midfielder Eden Hazard, who was injured. However, Mourinho was unhappy with the slow response. When Carneiro returned to the Chelsea bench, Mourinho shouted an unkind phrase at her in Portuguese, which translates to a condescending word, prostitute. Number 7. What could be worse than fighting with a teammate? Attacking your coach. That's the height of disrespect for a player. In 2013, a footballer attacked his coach, Roberto Mancini, during a training session at Manchester City. During one of the sessions, Balotelli played roughly against his teammate Gal Clichy, who was just returning from injury. This angered Mancini so much that he ordered the forward to leave the field, which in turn enraged the player. A fight ensued, but immediately, everything died down. Number 6. You can't mention controversial players and leave Cristiano Ronaldo out. Even though he is one of the best football players and the most influential, he still has his own vices. Recently, after the end of one of the matches, he made an indecent gesture to the opposing fans who were chanting Messi's name. The footballer pointed to his groin. What he meant by that remains a mystery, but somewhere in Spain, Diego Simeone must have smiled. Number 5. But Federico Di Francesco wasn't smiling when Douglas Costa did the most disrespectful act you could ever do to someone. Spitting is one way to show extreme disrespect, and former Juventus player Douglas Costa chose this method after a verbal altercation with Sassuolo's Federico Di Francesco. First, Costa elbowed him after a tackle, then headbutted him after confrontation, and finished ridiculing Federico by spitting on his face. Ew! I hope he at least pressed his teeth. Still, Douglas Costa was fined €200,000 and given a 3-game match ban. Number 4. This next player has so many scandalous moments that this video could have been filled with distasteful acts by the former Real Madrid player. But only one of his maniac moments made it to this list. After this incident, Pepe was dubbed a maniac and a killer. This was in April 2011 in an El Clasico match when Pepe, unprovoked, decided to try and inflict an injury on Messi's face. It started with Messi trying to wiggle through the defense but stumbled, and then Pepe used that opportunity to kick him in the head as if he wanted to retrieve the ball. Lionel Messi was left anguished in pain and Pepe was unpunished, denying that it was all an accident. Number 3. Not only a kick to the head, this disrespectful moment came with a punch to the face. In the Turkish league, right after the final whistle, Ankara Gücü's president Faruk Koç ran onto the field and punched the main referee Halil Umut Meler in the face. Meler fell to the ground and another person landed a kick to his head, after which the footballers and staff of the Capitals club started kicking him. The referee was taken to the hospital with injuries, including a minor fracture. Number 2. A different type of disrespect in football is celebrating a goal against your former team. This is what former Real Madrid star Di Maria did. A goal is undoubtedly a joy, but if it's against your former club and you had good relations with them, it's hard to understand such a gesture. That's why Angel Di Maria's act is difficult to comprehend. In the group stage of the 2019-20 Champions League season, in the second match between Real Madrid and PSG, Di Maria scored a brace against Real Madrid in the 33rd minute, and he celebrated each goal very emotionally. But Real Madrid fans were left with an unpleasant aftertaste, as many of them respected the player. Number 1. Topping the list is Jamie Vardy's karate kick. In the 11th round of the Premier League against Sheffield United, the striker scored the winning goal in extra time and broke the corner flag during his celebration, which was painted in rainbow colors. Some felt it was disrespectful, others felt it wasn't intentional. What do you think it was? Write in what you think and share this video with your friends to know their take as well. Although Vardy is a great striker, there are some midfielders who have achieved much more than him. Click on the next video to see them.